Hi guys, Jason here. Today I'm from med school, and yep, today I would like to, for this session or for this particular part of the video, I would like to share with you this particular idea when it comes to trading. I mean, do you guys really believe that Holy Grail exists in trading? Holy Grail means that a, a, a setup or every time we goes into the market to trade with our certain strategy, it's practically will never lose one. That is the idea of Holy Grail, meaning that out of 100 setups that I go in, 100 I will win one. This is what we call as Holy Grail in trading. So do you think it actually exists? So this is what I would like to share with you today in this part of the video. See, Holy Grail does exist if you believe me. It does exist in trading, but there's always a big but towards it. It never exists in setups. See, the problem with a lot of traders is they are so hard up about that particular single setup. They put in so much emotions into it, make themselves so distressed that when it comes to trading it, it's no longer enjoying it. The whole idea is don't focus on the single setup. See, I have a set of rules that um uh, I have a set of rules that if we were to follow, okay, see, if we were to follow this set of rules, it make the Holy Grail exist itself. See, there's 6 steps towards it. Number one, we got to learn how to lose in order to win. The reason is behind it is because every time we lose, we are a creature of emotion, like it or not. Every time we lose, we don't we don't feel good. So it become a very emotional distress to us, especially when we have streaking losses and keep on losing. The whole idea, can you handle 23 streak loss? Can you handle 5 streaking loss? Can you handle 10 streaking loss? Or even one loss? Every time you go in the market, you lose. Can you handle that or not? See, if a trader cannot handle losses, they will never win in the whole process or the whole game itself. If you treat trading like a game, which it seems like a game to me, in order to win in long run, we got to learn how to lose, handle the losses, how to get rid of that emotional part of it, which we in trading we call it the emotional stakes. Forget about it. Don't focus on the setup itself. Focus on the whole process itself, because at the end of the day, it's about process. So yeah, understand that trading is a process of win and lose. In long run, it's all about long run. It's never about short run. Okay, so in order to know your have a good system, all right, it must being tested that particular system for the past 100 or 200 trades, it's able to churn out good results, good rewards, I would say. How many R's? If you are I'm a R focused trader, so every time I go into the market, I would actually go risk 1 R and comes back with a certain amount of R. It could be 3 R, it could be 1 R, it could be 2 R, depending on the system that I'm using. It could be 5 R, meaning that risk to reward ratio. So I gotta understand my system, how it works. So in order to understand my system, how it works, I personally we gotta back test and practice that system. If you don't back test it, you do not know what's the result. You do not know how it works. If you don't even have a system that able to work, and welcome to disaster lah. Because every now and then you go in the market, it's like today I do this, tomorrow I do that, the next day I do that. In terms of algorithm or in terms of math, it won't churn out good results for you, because gotta able to repeat something. I'll share with you in a while. Okay, once you find out the system that you have, you got to find what's the best risk a system able to handle. Meaning that why we want to do this is because we want to know what's our risk management behind it. If my risk management or my system, for example, my system, it's kind of able to handle 23 or 25 losses straight, meaning that system being tested out for 3 years and maximum losses that it able to churn out in a row non-stop is 25, for example, 25 strict losses, then I know practically how much money that I need to have to in my account or my funds to start out with this particular system. If I don't have that, then my headache, I would say. All right. Okay. Recognize which in order we want to see if we know that how much the risk able to handle by the system, and now we want to know what's the best reward as well. So we got to recognize the reward that it can churn out for the best result in term of, okay, for example, if it's 1 to 1, how much I can gain after 100 trades. 1 to 2, how much I can gain. 1 to 3, how much I can gain again. It doesn't mean that if I work on 1 to 1, it will be less than 1 to 3 or vice versa. It depending on the system, depending on a setup that being repeated over here. See, the whole idea for a system to work, it must have a repeatable setups. This is the key, this is one of the key. If we able to repeat the setup over and over again, now this is where the things become clearer. In order for a maths to churn or for the result to churn out, it must have a good a repeatable setup. It could be some breakout setup you want, it could be some technical in terms of indicator setup, it could be moving average, it could be Bollinger Band, it could be William percentage R, which depending on whichever strategies that you guys want to focus on and able to repeat similar, or even though 100% the same or 90% the same or 80% the same on the setup itself, and that able to go over and over again. This is one of the crucial. So understand this. First, we got to learn how to lose. Second, we got to understand that it's a process of win or lose. Third, we got to understand the system in and out, which is very related to the rest of it. See, the problem is how much do we understand our system? We know strategies. I mean, there's 10,001 strategies available in the net now, currently, and as I'm speaking. If we were to understand that the strategy is just part of the system that we are using, then we gotta understand, okay, that strategy able to handle what sort of risk. Do you know that? Or you just plug and play? Die. You don't just go in and take a certain strategies and never test it, never go and understand why we want to back test in the first place. The back test is to find out what is the best risk that the system able to handle and the best result that the system able to churn out. And the strategy got to be the same. Don't keep on going change here, change there, which we traders call it the devil cycle. Bad idea, right? So at the end of the day, conclusion is Holy Grail does exist in system but not in single setups. Forget about single setups, meaning that I don't care whether that setup, today's setup, or this hour setup, or this 5 minute setup, or this 4 hour setup, it's gonna make profit or it's gonna be not making profit. It's either it hit my SL or it hit my TP. It doesn't matter. What matter is in the long run, accumulative of those setup makes money, makes good result. This is what we want, because there's no way for us to control market, or there's no way for us to know the market when it goes up or goes down. It's impossible to be 100% sure. But if it goes up, we need a system that tells us saying that, okay, I'm the R maker, So I want every time if I'm right, I want to make 3R or 4R or 5R reward. If I'm wrong, I'm going to risk 1R, one risk. So in long run, that helps me. My Holy Grail, part of my Holy Grail exists in my ratio. Part of my Holy Grail exists in my money management, meaning my risk management. It doesn't, before I blow up my account, it keep on adding back for me. Alright? So, like I said, it doesn't matter what's the answer going to be it win or lose in the second setup, doesn't matter. So, I just now I did mention, so what we want is that after substantial amount of setup that is being repeated, it is able to churn out 100% win result for us. It's actually proven, like it or not. Long run, we want a set of setups, not a single setup. One setup doesn't tell us anything, but 100 setups tells us something. So think long run, think the process itself, and find a proper system, or a proper system means that you must have proper money management behind it. Okay, the system, you gotta understand the 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 sorry okay, in the system you must understand that you what's the risk involved in the system, meaning that how many times that in 100 setups it will fail, meaning that how many SL, strict SL. Okay, number one, you gotta understand the strict SL. Number two, what's the best rewards you can give, and number three, just repeat lah. Okay, because it end up like a process that you. So at the end of the day, trust the process. It will work, right? So conclusion: Holy Grail does exist in the system, in the whole process itself. Is the whole chunk of 100 traits that we want, not the single one. Right? Thank you very much.